We're heading into 2026 now, and I know there's a lot of people that need a bit of guidance on it or how to go about New Year's resolutions or tackling 2026. It all starts with fear, getting rid of whatever scares you, such as confronting your excuses. Why? Because there are rewards attached to it. 2026, we don't know what to expect. We don't know what to expect because you haven't been there, right? You haven't been there yet. So one thing that attacks a lot of people, one thing that really gets a lot of people is fear and holding back and focusing on what people are going to say rather than just sticking to time, having the intent, and then fruition will come later on. So it all starts with your fear. Another thing, here's a few tips actually that I wanted to mention. And I will start off with 2 Bible verses to go with things I wanted to say, and which is from Matthew 6 verse 34. And it, do not worry about tomorrow, for you don't know what a day may bring. So that essentially speaks on living in the present moment, focusing on what you can do tonight, what you can do right now. Remember, the things that are out of your control is always going to be in God's control. You don't know what time has to hold. You're not in control of time. However, you can only control what you can control. And anything outside of your control is in God's control. The second Bible verse I wanted to mention was Matthew 14, verse 30. This was when Peter began to drown. Then Jesus picked him up and told him, "You have little faith, why did you doubt?" So that also essentially speaks on having faith. And not just that, by not walking by sight. We walk by faith, not by sight. I know you've heard that Bible verse a couple of times, but it is crucial to remember that. So this 2026, trust that God's got you, man. Yes, you should also have your plans and stuff, but make sure it aligns according to what God has said or wants you to do. So just give it to God, man. Seek Him first, and all of His righteousness will be added onto you, bro. You're not in control of time. You're not in control of other people's reactions. However, you can only control what you can control. So as long as you give it to God and trust Him, He's got you no matter what, man. Also, time waits for no man. So whatever you're scared of doing, attack it now, man. Because the moment you are able to attack it and conquer it, I don't think anything would be hard for you. I pretty much mentioned everything. Also, it was a few points that I missed that I was supposed to mention. Failure is inevitable. It doesn't matter whatever you do. If it's your first time trying it and you haven't tried it before, you're most likely to fail at it. So Even if that happens, don't give up too early. Because just when you think it is over, God makes a way. You don't know how close you are to a blessing or a breakthrough unless you actually make it. And keep on going even when you can't. That's why I always preach that. Keep on going. Every step counts. Whatever you do, whatever decision you make, it all counts to whatever goals you have set for yourself. So if you perform bad habits and expect a good outcome, what sense does that make? But yeah, the second point I wanted to mention is don't focus on perfection. Focus on progress. So don't focus about the results. Focus on what you can do to achieve those results that you want to achieve. This wasn't really the second point. It just came to mind right now. The second point, which is now the third point, is that whatever you pray, pray that it aligns with God's will. So I wrote down that at the end of the prayer, you should always pray, God, if it isn't in your will, give me peace, wisdom, and discernment to walk according to the plan that you have set before me. But if it is your will, let it happen. So that all comes with giving it all to God and trusting Him, no matter what your situation looks like. I don't know if you were able to accomplish your goals in 2025, but make sure you work towards it. Make sure that you give it to God. Trust Him, trust Him, trust Him. I promise you, He's got you no matter what, no matter the circumstances. The circumstances might look chaotic or too hard to believe that there's going to be a miracle. However, if you just trust in God, you will always be swimming rather than sinking without Him. So get right with God, or get left behind. So yeah, man. And keep on going. Don't give up. The plans that you set, make sure that it's achievable too. And dream big. That's what I can say too. Dream big, because remember, our God is a God of compound. So if you dream big, trust in Him, seek Him, focus, all these things will be added onto you. And also another thing, start with good habits. If you weren't saving, if you weren't investing, start that right now. If you don't have a good relationship with your family, rekindle. Show love to them. Stack up your paper, stack up your money, stack up your cheese. Trust in God. Seek Him first. Make Him your main priority. And everything else, put that to the side. I'm not saying you shouldn't focus on them, but don't put them over God. Because remember, many make their plans, but the Lord establishes them. Commit your plans to Him, bro. Remember, you got this. Stop doubting yourself. Be the future version of yourself. Already start those habits that He does. Whatever He does, you follow. That's the best version of yourself. But hey man, Cozy's 20 out. That's been the end of the video. I'll see y'all boys.